Okay, so on Tuesday we shared the story of the man who walked between the towers. That kind of introduced you to the towers and what a big deal they were in New York. And then yesterday we read A Fireboat, which kind of told you what happened to the Twin Towers. And then it also talked about the heroes that day. Today we're going to read a different story. And this story is called 14 Cows for America. And I want you to think, what could that be about? Do you think it has anything to do with our stories this week? What do you think? I want you to take a look as I'm reading this story and look at the beautiful colors. Look at the beautiful illustrations that they have in this story. They're absolutely beautiful, so make sure you focus on those as I'm reading the story. And let's go ahead and get started. 14 Cows for America by Carmen Agra Didi, illustrated by Thomas Gonzalez. The remote village waits for a story to be told. News travels slowly to this corner of Kenya. As Kimili nears his village, he watches a herd of bull giraffes cross the open grassland. He smiles. He has been away a long time. A girl sitting under a guava tree sees him first and cries out to the others. The children run to him with the speed and grace of cheetahs. He greets them with a gentle touch on the head, a warrior's blessing. The rest of the tribe soon surrounds Kimili. These are his people. These are the Maasai. Once they were feared warriors. Now they live peacefully as nomadic cattle herders. They treat their cows as kindly as they do their children. They sing to them, they give them names, they shelter the young ones in their homes. Without the herd, the tribe might starve. To the Maasai, the cow is life. Supa, hello, Kimili hears again and again. Everyone wants to greet him. His eyes find his mother across the Nkang, the ring of huts with the roofs of sun-baked dung. She spreads her arms and calls to him, Akua, welcome, my son. Kimili sighs. He is home. This is sweeter and sadder because he cannot stay. He must return to the faraway country where he is learning to be a doctor. He thinks of New York then. He remembers September. A child asks if he has brought any stories. Kimili nods. He has brought with him one story. It has burned a hole in his heart. But first, he must speak with the elders. The elders are people in tribes who are like the most respected. Think of like the president of the tribe or something like that. Later in a tradition as old as the Maasai, the rest of the tribe gathers under the acacia tree to hear the story. There's terrible stillness in the air as the tale unfolds. With growing disbelief, men, women, and children listen. Buildings so tall they can touch the sky. Fires so hot they can melt iron. Smoke and dust so thick that they can block out the sun. The story ends. More than 3,000 souls are lost. A great silence falls over the Maasai. Kimili waits. He knows his people. They are fierce when provoked, but easily move to kindness when they hear of suffering and injustice. At last, an elder speaks. He is shaken, but above all, he is sad. What can we do for these poor people? Nearby, a cow lows. Heads turn toward the herd. To the Maasai, Kimili says softly, the cow is life. Turning to the elders, Kimili offers his only cow, Inkaras. He asks for their blessing. They give it gladly, but they want to offer something more. The tribe sends word to the United States Embassy in Nairobi. In response, the embassy sends a diplomat. His jeep jounces along the dusty, rugged roads. He is hot and tired. He thinks he is going to meet the Maasai elders, and he cannot be more wrong. As the jeep nears the edge of the village, the man sits up. Clearly, this is no ordinary diplomatic visit. This is a ceremony. Hundreds of Maasai greet the American in full tribal splendor. At the sight of the brilliant blood-red tunics and spectacular beaded collars, he can only marvel. It is a day of sacred ritual. Young warriors dance, leaping in the air like fish from a stream. Women sing mournful songs. Children fill their bellies with milk. Speeches are exchanged. And now it is time. Camili and his people gather on a sacred knoll far from the village. The only sound is the gentle chiming of cowbells. The elders chant a blessing in Ma as the Maasai people of Kenya present 14 cows for America. Because there is no nation so powerful it cannot be wounded, nor a people so small they cannot offer mighty comfort. And that's the end. So I'm going to read a little bit more to you so you guys can kind of understand what this story was about. A man who was coming to school in America to be a doctor went back to his village in Kenya. And when he went to his village in Kenya, where the Maasai people lived, they don't have TVs and satellite dishes where they can get the recent news. They get their news from whenever people kind of talk about it, and it eventually gets there. So Camili was from this village, and he went back home to visit family, and he told them the story of what happened. And these people, the first thing they thought of is, what can we do to help? So what they did is they gave everything that they had, because to these people, the cow is life. To us, when we think of a cow, we might not think of it as that much, but to these people that live in this village, the cow is life. So if they wanted to give America 14 cows, they kind of wanted to give America all that they had. So let me go ahead and share this last page with you. A note from Camili Nyoma, and I hope I'm saying his name correctly. I am Camili in this story. I grew up in a small village in Kenya. When I was a little boy, my mama said I was too gentle to be a fierce Maasai warrior. I fed little nestlings in a brush and rescued drowning ants from water puddles. I loved taking care of the cows that belonged to the elders. I felt a close bond with them. A Maasai boy is like one of the calves in the herd. He drinks milk from the cows and feels protected by the bull. My mama was too poor to own a cow. I dreamt of having one someday for my mama and me. It was my biggest dream. As a young boy, I spent much of my time with the grandpas and grandmas of my tribe. It was through them that I learned my tender warrior heart was not a bad thing. They taught me that the Maasai valued more than strength and boldness. Our ancestors also valued compassion and kindness toward anyone in need. The orphan, the widow, the stranger. To heal the pain in someone's heart, they told me, you give them something that is close to your own heart. I want you guys to listen to that part again, okay? To heal the pain in someone's heart, you give them something that is close to your own heart. When I was older, I won a scholarship to study in the United States. Many American moms and dads welcomed me into their homes as they would their own child. Like the Maasai elders in my village, these people showed me kindness by taking me in and helping me get an education. America became my second home. I was in New York City on September 11th, 2001. What happened that day was devastating. Many people were left without their mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters. Like countless others, I watched brave firefighters and police officers risk their own lives to save people. My warrior heart could not sit still in me. I wanted to do something to help. My childhood heart told me what to do. Offer a sacrifice in the way of my people. To heal a sorrowing heart, give something that is dear to your own. I had saved enough to fulfill my dream and buy a cow. I decided that the cow, a symbol of life to our people, would be my offering to the grieving Americans. but some pains are too big for one chest to carry. I would ask the elders in my village to bless the cow, to make it special, so the gift might take away some of the sadness from American hearts. I returned to Kenya the following spring and told the story of that tragic day in New York City. Hearing my story, seeing my tears, the ancient spirits of my people were stirred up. When I presented my gift and blessing, others offered up their own precious cows. 14 cows were blessed that day. It was a great moment in my village. We were helping to heal the people far away. When the American ambassador and his wife came to our village to accept the cows, the Star-Spangled Banner played over the loudspeaker during the ceremony. Although my people did not understand the song, they stood along with the Americans and placed their hands across their chests. Seeing hundreds of Maasai standing with him in respectful silence made the American diplomat cry. His tears caught the Maasai by surprise, and we were all swept up in the deep emotion of the moment. A connection between the two cultures had been made. We felt we had taken some of America's pain into our Maasai hearts. These sacred healing cows can never be slaughtered. They remain in our care in Kenya under the guidance of the Reverend Elder Mies Ole Yampoi. The original 14 have calved, and the herd now numbers over 35. They continue to be a symbol of hope from the Maasai to their brothers and sisters in America. The Maasai wish is that every time Americans hear this simple story of 14 cows, they will find a measure of comfort and peace. Wow. I read this and it's kind of amazing. It's just, you have a group of people that gave with their whole hearts, and that's amazing. So anyways, I told you guys that I was lucky enough to go to the museum last year to go see this in person. And as I was looking through the museum, I did not know that this would be there, but there is actually a tribute to the 14 cows that the Maasai people gave to America. And I don't know if you guys understood the part of the passage right here where he said that those 14 cows, nobody can ever harm them. They can't be given away. They're just taken care of, and they're very valuable cows there. And the people take care of those cows. And when those cows had babies, like, nothing happens to those cows. Those cows just kind of stay there, and they represent the gift that the Maasai people gave to America. So in New York City, in the museum, they actually have a flag painting there, and they have a little sign next to it that kind of tells you what it's all about. So I'm going to go ahead and share that with you right now. And here you can see it says, "To the people of America, with compassion from the Maasai." And that's a symbol of the cows that were given as a gift to America. And I just kind of want to come back and read this sentence to you again. And it says, "To heal pain in someone's heart, you give them something that is close to your own heart." And if you noticed me getting teary-eyed while I was reading this, yeah, because it's just one of those things where, you give somebody something with all your heart, and it's huge. It means a lot to people. And that's like here, America is this great nation. And if somebody gave you a cow, you would probably be like, what am I going to do with the cow? But the people that received the cows, they knew what a sacrifice it was from the Maasai people, and they knew that that gift was everything. They knew that that gift was so special. So this was definitely an amazing story to share with you. So always look for the heroes and the helpers. And even though the Maasai people lived in a village far away from the United States, when they heard the story, the first thing they thought of was, what could they do to help? And I think their gift to America was absolutely amazing. So until next time, bye.